Meow. We have a special guest coming today. You might not have heard of him.
He's been working on YouTube for a couple years now, and you know, we're getting pretty big. We're up for 1,000 subscribers now, so we thought we'd do a video with him, and you know, maybe we can all work together to give him a little bit of a boost.
So you came out and gave us a little consultation today.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. We just been here for a week so far.
I know, it's cool to see what you guys have got going on. It's exciting. There's a lot of potential with this land.
Yeah, it's all moved so quick that we still don't really have a business plan for exactly what we're gonna do. But,
Yeah, as you guys know, we have a lot of ideas after we talked about them for an hour and a half in our live video that I'm assuming you didn't watch. But our takeaway and most of the comment takeaway on that one was that we don't actually have any idea what we're doing, so definitely is good to get Curt out here to help us out.
Yeah. So I think what your guys' biggest challenge is going to be is focusing in, and you've got a lot of ideas, and just bringing it down to. Hey Sam.
Okay, go away. You know how this works.
Yeah, it's just focusing it down. You know, It's like you're talking about chickens, you're talking about goats, you're talking about vegetables, you're talking about flowers, you're talking about fruit trees. It's like
also bees
and bees, right? So it's all these things, but it's something I always tell people that every time I consult for somebody. It's just like hunker down, pick the one thing you want to do first, get that thing going.
Yeah.
Then baby steps, right? And it's not to say that you can't do a little bit of this or a little bit of that, but like. If you're talking about a business plan and what the market is, like go for that one thing and get that first. Because even as a consumer, if you're approaching a customer and you've got way too many things going on, they're going to be overwhelmed and they might only be interested in one thing. So figure out what that one thing is, where there's the most demand for that, and just go with that to start.
Totally.
You know.
One question, because I mean you're pretty familiar with what's going on locally. You got finger on the pulse.
Yeah.
Do you see any gaps?
Gaps in demand?
Far? Yeah, because we've only kind of just started thinking about things, but we don't have anything.
Yeah.
So.
Certainly there's no gaps in fruit, right? Fruit's a saturated market. Even in the organics, it's fairly saturated.
And we couldn't do organic here because we're so small.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
You know, I think I would say there's always a gap in eggs. Like there's always demand for eggs, but eggs are hard to make money on.
Yeah.
Eggs are like, you know,
I don't
2%
like the
profit margin
liability
or something.
on eggs.
The going market here is $5 a dozen.
Yeah, it's on eggs. I would say, you know, the reality is we're in a saturated market in the Okanagan. You know, we're in one of the highest per capita organic zones, I think, in Canada. I think Coston's #1. You know, we're close to it here. And so there's not a lot of gaps, but what I will say is because the overall interest is rising, that the market is expanding.
Yeah.
2 years ago, if you would have said, hey, I'm thinking about starting a stand at the farmer's market, I would have said you're crazy. Mm-hmm. But now I'd actually say
there's some possibilities.
There's possibilities. Like the foot traffic is increasing, more restaurants opening up. There's certainly more.
It seems to me like when I personally go to the farmer's market, there's a bit of a gap, not in product, but in marketing.
Oh,
you know, like when I was at the farmer's market yesterday, and you know, I'm super familiar with Curt's stand, and Curt's stand looks good. And I didn't see that at the market for produce. Yeah. Everything was definitely lacking branding and lacking a reason to pay the high prices that the farmer's market charges.
you hit it on the nose. Like that's the #1 thing. Like, I don't want to say anybody can grow vegetables and anybody can farm, but
if you try to learn.
But very few people can actually do the marketing and the business aspect. So maybe to answer your original question, that's the gap in the market. You guessed it, because it's just so farmers don't know how to run businesses. Yeah. Farmers don't know how to do social media, generally speaking. But if you can get those things dialed in, it's perfect. And you guys are on the track to doing that,
I
right?
personally believe that we can do social media.
Yeah, you can. And I think that's going to lend itself well for you guys getting started.
We're interested in doing CSA, and I think that it's almost harder to get the first 5 people than it will be to get the next 20. And
Maybe. I think what will help with the CSA is just getting some stuff going, and then people see.
Yeah.
But you guys got friends. I don't think it'd be that hard to sell 5 CSA shares.
Yeah.
If that just gets something going, yeah.
Curt did a consult on our property with us, and he's making a video that he's putting up about it. So hop on over there, check out what he has to say about our property. We're not really going into it much here, but he definitely went into it in detail with us, and there's definitely a lot to learn in it. We're going to be watching it a few times for sure. And while you're over there, make sure to give a subscribe, give him a like, give him that bump that he needs. We're
trying to have a go at it.
We're
trying to make my way
we're a pretty good group here, so I think we can really give him a hand over there. So make sure to share the love with him.
Yeah, thank you.